Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. So these three bodies we are having here in this material world. So what are their English equivalents? So Stula Sharira means the gross body. Sukshma Sharira means the subtle body. Karana Sharira means the causal body. Yeah, so we will also take a look at these three bodies in connection with the five koshas, or five, you can say, sheets. So the Stula Sharira. Actually, first let's take a look at what is a Sharira. That could also be helpful. What is a Sharira? Good to get things defined from the very start. So we have a verse here which defines what is actually the Sharira. Shiryat tat shariram. Yeah. So that means that that which constantly it undergoes catabolic changes. It's called Sharira. Yeah, so what is catabolic then? Let's see if I can get a good definition of that. Actually, I had something. Where is it? Catabolic. The destructive metabolism. Yeah. Yeah. So it means our body is going through destruction, and then it's building up again by the other thing. Yeah. You need to actually have that to build muscle. Yeah. So of course that's just one definition of Sharira. Of course things are also growing. And that's the anabolism. So it's also happening in the body, of course. Yeah. So we can look at some other words for the same thing. Then we can, then we can get you can say you can say Sharira is also called another name of Sharira. Is Deha. So then what means Deha? So again we can look at the definition. Din upachaya. what is that? Yeah, so here actually we have the one. So then we get actually we can take that there, which constantly undergoes anabolic changes is called deha. Yeah. So Sharira is kind of the negative, you know, it's a negative name for the body, but you can say the positive name is Deha, which highlights the other factor of the body, which is building up. Okay, and then we have Kaya, that's also used. See right here, Kaya. And there is also a definition for that. Chiyate anadibihi. And that means which continuously get replenished. By the metabolism of food, or just by food, you can say. Yeah, you can write metabolism. So what is replenish meaning? Replenish, it means, so you can find a more easy word. Nourished, of course. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Nourished. That's a more common word. Yeah. So in that way we have different words describing the same gross body. We're only talking about the gross body now. Yeah, Purusha, we could mention that one also. It's a Purusha. Sorry. This is maybe one of the most well-known. So there's also a Sanskrit for that. Puru vasati iti Purusha. Puri vasati iti Purusha. So we know Puri, it means city. But then it also means soul, actually. Where is the soul living? The shelter of the soul. Puri. Or I see in another word, vasata. Yeah, you can say the shelter. Or see, I will say it in another way so it becomes more easy. The dwelling place of the soul is known as Purushaha. Yeah. So in that way we have the gross body. So the gross body is then Kosha, Anna, Maya, Kosha. Let's represent that out of the 5 koshas. It means nourished by food, nourished or even consisting. Yeah. And then Sukshma Sharira, it's a subtle body. So that belongs to the Pranamaya Kosha. And also the Manomaya Kosha and the spiritual one. No, actually not spiritual, that's for the last one, but very close to the spiritual, Vijnana Maya Kosha. So let's see if we can explain this. Yes, this is the energy body, and then this next one is it's a mind body, and then you have intelligence. Yeah, I will not call them bodies, since we are operating only 3 bodies here. Let's just call them the energy, mind, and intelligence. So they're all part of the subtle body. Did I write it wrong even? Subtle, yeah. And then the causal body, that is the Ananda Maya Kosha. And that is, what is that? That is the Atma, or the actual mind. And the Advaitins, Advaitavadi philosophers, they also want to get rid of that, because they think that is born of a beginningless ignorance. But Vaishnavas, they don't agree. They are saying that this one is the spiritual body. Yeah. Or you can say spiritual. You just write spiritual. Yeah. Fully spiritual. Yeah. Yeah, so just to add to the shuttle body here, it consists of, like the whole Sukshma Charya as a whole, it consists of the 5 elements. The 4, they have become gross. Yeah. So that means, earth, water, fire, air, mind, intelligence. No, sorry, what am I saying? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Yeah. Mind and intelligence are also there, but we will just mention them under here. Yeah. Then you have 5 organs of, you can say the 5 pranas. You can say that the prana appearing in various functions. I'll not get into listing all the different ways. It's actually only one prana, but they appear in different ways, and they have different names. It's doing different functions. Yeah. And then you have And then you have the buddhi, or I can just write here, intelligence. Well, just to make it proper, let's say the life force, appear in various, functions of Brahma as a whole. Yeah. So the 5 elements before they become gross. So that's the whole explanation in itself. How they become gross. We will not get into that, but we can just understand that these 5 elements, they are existing in a subtle way. And also then you have the organs, yeah. You can say the senses. Yeah, actually it's the senses. Organs, that's when they are in the gross body. The senses in their subtle state, yeah. I can write the same thing here actually, that sounds better. The 5 elements in their subtle state. Yeah. Did we miss anything? Yeah, you have other things there also. You have you have the desires, karma bijas, you can call them. These are more like in the chitta, the unconscious mind, you can say, desires and impressions. Right, with a big E, so we have a great topic. They're called samskaras. And from the samskaras, then you also have vasanas. But anyway, for now I just call them karma. We can actually just call them vasanas. Or tendencies. This is a difference. You just call karmas and vasanas. Yeah. Yeah, so the gross body, it undergoes birth, old age, and death. Yeah. So note that this is only for the gross body. Oh, sorry, I don't have a Zoom link right now. Okay. Yeah. So if you can see this, then the sukshma sharira, the subtle body, is actually not undergoing birth, old age, and death. It just after death, it moves by help of Paramatma, super soul, to a new gross body. So that means, of course, to a new birth. That's of course then to a new birth. That means another stula sharira. Yeah. So the last one, it can be reached by practice of spiritual life. So bhakti yoga. It's really only by loving devotion to God that one can actually reach this, because as we saw, the impersonalists, or as I said, the impersonalists, they are actually rejecting the Anandamaya Kosha. They want to get rid of it. They say this is part of the illusion, because they want to have homogeneous merging with Brahman. So in that way it can only be actually reached by practice of spiritual life, starting with the chanting of kirtana, kirtan, yeah, glorification of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, we can go beyond the gross body, and the subtle body can become so purified that it can act as a vehicle to enter the Anandamaya Kosha, and then one can also give up the subtle body even when one has become firmly fixed in the Karana Sharira, or the spiritual body. So thank you so much. I hope this gave you something. So we'll stop there. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.